I'm Prafnil from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Stanley Girdler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Watraki, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in Nasilai Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inay Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. Tonight, Tropical Depression 04F weakens further. More evacuation centres activated as rain continues. And access at Farm Road restored. Tropical Depression 04F is slow-moving and is anticipated to take a southwesterly track over the next 24 to 36 hours. The chances of it developing into a tropical cyclone now stands at 20 to 5%. Ellen Stoltz with this update.
The tropical depression was located about 360 kilometers northwest of Nandi and 290 kilometers west-northwest of Viua Island at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Fiji Meteorological Services Director Ravin Kumar says the system is struggling to survive.
On the projected path, the center of the system is expected to remain over open waters and to the far west of Nandi. Therefore, the chance of it coming over Fiji now is very low.
Although the system is weakening, Kumar says the associated trough and rain bands will continue to affect the group tomorrow and the earlier parts of next week.
We are looking at the heavy rain that has been coming across to start easing from tomorrow, and we'll get into occasional showers. These occasional showers is going to stay around tomorrow, maybe on Monday, and then we'll get into a showers. And what happens is that we'll see that the Western Division will get sunshine in the morning, afternoon we'll get some build-ups and some showers coming back. But in the eastern side we'll still see some rain continuing.
The public are being advised to stay alert and safe during these times and adhere to the various warnings being issued. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Now, more evacuation centres have been activated in the last 24 hours for those being affected by Tropical Depression 04F. National Disaster Management Office Director Akapusi Tuifangalele says they now have a total of 40 centres around the country. Rachel Nath has more.
540 people have been forced out of their homes due to the heavy downpours caused by Tropical Depression 04F. More evacuation centres have been activated to cater for those in need.
Altogether for the Central Division, it's about 217. Altogether for the Eastern Division, there are 34 evacuation centres currently active with 270 occupants. The Western Division, there is only one at Toko in Tavua with 23 evacuees. Northern Division update, evacuation centres, there is nil.
Tuifangalele says they are focusing on moving anyone who is in danger to higher grounds.
In terms of the emergency operation, as I mentioned, as of yesterday, Friday, we've been on full scale until for this weekend and until Monday, and then we will review. And again, I'd like to emphasize on the coordination that are actually happening between the military and the police with regards to the safety of the people, and also for those who are in the evacuation centers. They will be acting as wardens in those areas.
The Management Office stresses the need for those living in low-lying areas to move to higher grounds or nearby evacuation centres, as there is forecast for more heavy rain. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Raki town is currently closed due to flooding. The Nangoro Flats and FSC roads are now underwater. At 4 p.m. today, the water level at Raki station was 0.78 meters above warning level and increasing. Given this increasing water level and the high tide at 9:52 p.m. later tonight, the National Disaster Management Office is urging those living in these affected areas to evacuate to safe ground or an evacuation center immediately. Those in the Raki town area are advised that Penang Sangam High School is open as the nearest evacuation center. Police in the office of the provincial administrator Ra are now monitoring the movement of people in and around Raki town and are on standby to assist with evacuation. Access at Vesari on Queen's Road outside Lami has been restored. Further slips occurred at the same site this morning. However, the Fiji Roads Authority confirms both lanes are open to traffic now. The road was reduced to one lane as a result of the landslide.
I was walking along the road last night when the landslide occurred and I ran into the drain, trying to save myself.
Meanwhile, access has also been restored at the Ndavuilevu Farm Road. Temporary culverts have been placed to open access and part of the road was washed away, cutting access to thousands of residents. Queens and Kings Road remain open for now. For the Central and Western Division, the FRA has received reports of surface flooding on some urban and rural roads. The public are being warned to be cautious when accessing side roads and low-lying areas prone to flooding. For the Northern Division, sections of Budha Bay Road and the North Coastal Road in Taviuni is now open. The Waimbula Bridge is underwater. In the Eastern Division, Kande to Navanga Road and the Koro Circular in Koro is closed with alternative access available from both sides. Residents in the flood-prone settlement of Luvulotoka are relieved that they have been spared from flooding this time around. Situated close to the seaside, the settlement has been struck by flood in the past. Alan Stoltz reports.
Any forecast of heavy rain and flooding triggers fear amongst these residents of Luvulotoka. Residents here are quick to respond to warnings as they claim flood drainage systems easily cause flooding during heavy rain.
The drainage system is not good here. It's not deep drains and most of the time it's jungle like. When we go to work, it's hard for us to go. It's already always flood.
Others, like Taniela Saunganga, says while it has not flooded, the continuous rain is affecting their crops.
Water flows, it does not find way to flow out of good drainage to flow out. So, yes, we do face a lot of problems.
Residents are praying the depression will ease soon.
This place is a floody place, but this time not much flood because of just this rain. Yeah, I thank God my family, we are safe over here. We're just praying for the weather.
While some shops were closed today, the bad weather has generally slowed down the business in the sugar city. For some,
it's pretty low because people I think are not turning up to work or things like that, and that's affecting us.
The forecast for this weekend is for more rain, and a strong wind warning still remains in place for land and sea areas around Fiji. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, farmers vent frustration at poor drainage system. And police investigate break-in at Namaka Park Road in Nandi. Stay with us.
May nakaulebu na kiala tilebu au saborong tunga en radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato
ebi nakabeyaw radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan na evangolite ay rakiraki
ke mami na marama ni Northland ke mami daw talenta ka na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato
na radio Fiji 1 nando may biti na po ang ganbiyan yato.
Welcome back here with FBC News. A small community outside Suva are on standby to evacuate if the need arises. Shireen Shivan visited the Maravu village at midday today and reports floodwaters had reached the compounds of many residents.
Tangimuri Kolinisau has been living here for more than a decade now. Continuous heavy rain over the past few days resulted into flash flooding in his area, which has also brought debris in his compound.
Flooding started on Thursday. Yesterday is a little bit, but today is the rain coming. I don't know what time the flood coming.
For now, he is just monitoring the situation with his family.
If the flood is coming, we can go to another house without flood.
40 families live in this area and flooding is nothing new to them.
Sometimes before when we flood, all the police in Wallev is coming and take us came to Wallev when it's flooded.
There's an evacuation center at the international school. We always go there when this area gets flooded. Mostly it's houses on the low-lying areas which easily get flooded here.
The residents have packed their essentials and will evacuate as and when the need arises. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
Farmers of Lakena Irrigation Road outside Nosuri have vented their frustration on the poor drainage system. Heavy rain over the past few days has damaged the crops of many farmers, their only source of income. Savaira Tambor reports.
This has become a regular issue for the farming community here in Lakena. Slight heavy rain results into flooding. 52-year-old Gyan Chand, who has been living here for over 10 years, says a poor irrigation system affects their crops.
You can see our dollar farm and other vegetables were all damaged during this rainy weather. I believe if the water flows freely, then no problem will arise.
Navinash Kumar claims their complaints have fallen onto deaf ears.
Every time, it's just not only November to April. In middle week too, it's like May, June like that. If heavy rain, they are flooded again there. See all the drains full of grasses there. Every time can complain there now, and the road condition is too not good.
Attempts to get comments from the Agriculture Ministry was futile. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Residents in River Road, Narere Nasinu once again felt the brunt of heavy rain as floodwaters entered many homes. While no lives were lost, residents in the area say flooding has become a common problem for them. Sharon Shivan reports.
This was the scene at River Road in Narere yesterday. Sushilawati says the area gets flooded whenever there is heavy rain.
We have to remove everything from our house. Most of the things are destroyed. There are some elderly people living here as well. It is hard to get them out of the house, so we ended up asking assistance from the police.
But he says more than 100 families have been affected.
If the water level rises to a significant level, people move out of their houses to evacuation centers, which is a nearby school in this area.
Water entered in my house twice yesterday and it was knee length. This is the situation almost 3 times per year.
Floodwaters had receded this morning and residents were cleaning their compounds and salvaging their belongings. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
Now, floodwaters have not receded at Gawia outside Lami for the past few days. The water levels continue to rise, which has affected many homes. This was the situation in Gawia at midday today. Many residents have evacuated to safer places.
The water levels today, compared to yesterday, are much higher. If the weather continues for the next few days, all this place will be completely flooded, and I'm hoping the weather changes soon.
Business in Nosuri was normal despite adverse weather conditions today. Supermarket owner Mehen Patel says customers were mostly buying tinned food, kerosene and candles. He says bad weather has not dampened the spirit of other customers who were shopping for Christmas.
People still do their normal shopping, but most of them are buying foods that can be last longer. Some even took 2 to 4 gallons of kerosene and gas as well. Other stocks that were also in great demands are frozen food and tin stuffs.
Now, the police are investigating a case whereby an unknown suspect broke into the flat of a 46-year-old man last night. Police say the self-employed man of Namaka Park had gone to have dinner with his friends and upon returning found the back door of his flat open. The suspect got away with some foreign currency and a phone. Police are urging the public to securely lock their homes if they intend to leave it vacant. Spokesperson Anna Naisora says certain people will try to take advantage of this weather to commit crimes. And Sevens tournaments, a learning curve for the one in Buka. This and more coming up.
Bula, I'm Dori from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome to FBC Sports. Vodafone Flying Fijians coach John McKee has welcomed World Rugby's commitment towards new measures to limit head contact while playing. McKee says the Flying Fijians are ready for the new law and will adopt it fast.
Very good move from World Rugby with player welfare to look at these aspects of the game to help prevent injuries and we know that a high percentage of head injuries happen in the tackle area. The way we want to play the game is that in defence is that we tackle low and get the opposition players to the ground very quickly to help prevent them, making extra yards by using leg drive if they can stand in the tackle or maybe getting offloads. With these laws, and you need to be very disciplined in the game. We can't afford to have players in the sin bin. We can't afford to be playing games, with less than 15 players on the field. So that we have to be very aware of, the tackles around the shoulder area, the possibility of slipping up.
Vodafone Fiji Sevens interim coach Nathaniel Dhawanimbuka says he has learnt a lot from the first leg of the World Seven Series. Dhawanimbuka's first outing as coach of the national team was in Dubai, where Fiji played the final of the tournament. Natha, who is also the fitness trainer for the team, believes it's a challenging task being at the bench guiding the world champions.
It was a good experience, obviously a very challenging environment for the team and also for the management team. It was a good challenge out there, and it's the start of another journey for the new series. And there's a lot of learnings that we can take out of that experience. And we have a week now just to reflect before we start getting back into work for the next year.
Professional sporting bodies have spent millions of dollars to tackle issues like depression and suicide. But Wallaby star Israel Folau has been doing it for free. Adelaide played a catch-up game as they beat Newcastle Jets by 2-1 in the A-League match last night. The Reds equalised from a spot kick and then scored the winning goal in the extra time to seal the victory. Meanwhile, Wellington Phoenix takes on Western City Wanderers at 7:30 p.m. this evening, and you can catch the match live on FBC+. WBC champion Deontay Wilder will find out his mandatory challenger when Alexander Povetkin fights Bermane Steven tomorrow morning. The American heavyweight will be ordered to defend his title against the winner of Povetkin's WBC final eliminator against Steven. Povetkin received home advantage after his promoters tabled a reported purse bid of $3 million and has rebuilt his reputation with 4 straight wins. And you can watch the boxing live on FBC TV from 5 a.m. tomorrow. Rain continued throughout the country today. Shallow tropical depression 04F was located at about 410 kilometers northwest of Nadi at 4 p.m. today. It is slow-moving and is expected to remain to the west of Fiji. Associated trough of low pressure and active rain bands continue to affect Fiji and is likely to somewhat stay till Tuesday. Now, temperatures in all centers remain in the mid and high 20s. Lambasa was the highest at 28 degrees and Suva was the coolest at 25 degrees. Now, the forecast to midnight tomorrow, periods of rain, heavy at times and few thunderstorms. Rain will be gradually easing over most places from tomorrow, so there is signs of relief there. The outlook for Monday, occasional showers over most places will continue, so don't pack those umbrellas and raincoats yet. Recapping the main stories, Tropical Depression 04F weakens further. More evacuation centers activated as rain continues, and access at Farm Road restored. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to our poll question. This week, we are asking, should drunk drivers' licenses be suspended on the spot? To answer, visit our FBC website. Well, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us those news tips at FBC News, or simply hashtag FBC News. From the team and I, stay safe and good night.
It's me, Simsta here, right from the Rakitiki town. और सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट शो में मैं सुनता हूँ. जब ब्रेकफास्ट शो में रहता है अश्नील और संगीता के साथ, किसी के साथ सुनते सुनते 11 से 2 भाभी दी का शो जितेन शामिल. You know something? Reki Mirchi FM is hot.
मैं हूँ श्वेता दुकुशा नर्सरी से. लोग देखते हैं ईद का चांद, लेकिन मेरा चांद तो मिर्ची FM है.
हमारा नाम जाबिर है, हम कोर्निविया नसोरी में रहता है. मिर्ची FM हम सब टाइम सुनता है. मिर्ची FM बहुत जुलूम है. मिर्ची FM इज हॉट.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.